the Countess's new footman. What can I do for you?
I've come to search your room.
Why?
I think you know.
But you have no right.
You speak of rights? That's laughable. Take us there. Open it.
My father. He fought on the Eastern Front for over 2 years. And then when the whole thing collapsed and everyone was trying to save their skins, he walked 800 miles all the way home for my mother and my little sister. The Russians shot him the very next day in front of their eyes. Is it so strange that I want to remember my father?
A Nazi.
Of course, he was a Nazi. Could a blacksmith have ever become a colonel in the regular army? I despise the Nazis for what they did to my country. But these pictures, I keep these pictures because my father was a... Why should I insult his memory by trying to explain? When he was worse, the whole lot of you put together.
This is you?
Yes.
A Hitlerjunge.
How old do you think I was when the picture was taken?
Nazi newspapers. Völkischer Beobachter. Nazi victories.
My father's victory at Smolensk.
Nazi uniform.
His uniform. I swear to you on my Bible oath, this room is a shrine to my father. Only my father. And as for the Nazis...
You despise them for what they did to our country. I know. You think I'm an idiot? You think I haven't heard 1,000 lying stories like that in the past 20 years? Your father. There's your father. See, he packs his things and is out of here in an hour. Keep this from the Countess. Tell her he had to leave suddenly. Or think of something. It makes me sick. This taint, this infection our country. Still run after 20 years.
All right. Collect your things.
Wasn't it? And the chief of police about Klaus. Mother doesn't know, does she? She thinks Klaus went away because his sister was sick. That's what you told her.
That's what the mayor told me to say.
You're lucky Mother's so vague. Or she'd have remembered that Klaus' sister married a GI and went to America. But we remember, don't we? We remember everything. I suppose you'll be taking over now.
Your mother's asked me to.
I'm going to like that much better. You'll let me come to meals with filthy nails and have crumbs in my bed, won't you? Off to the village, I suppose, for some dastardly rendezvous. On, footman! You are dismissed.
I thought it was better for them not to see us. You never know.
You never know.
How long do you have? I mean, how long can you stay?
Until 10.
Then, where? Mother and Father are at the hotel and I wouldn't dare.
Come on.
Where?
Papa.
It's you. Mother said you had gone out.
I forgot my money.
I mean, Klaus, he didn't tell Mother, did he?
No.
I was scared you would be sent away.
I haven't been sent away. I'm coming. Better to let them stay.
Please listen to me. Please listen. Go away with me. Now. I've got enough money of my own, enough. We could buy a little house. A farm maybe for you. Or we could travel. We could go anywhere. And when we got bored...
And your parents?
Who cares about them? I hate them. I despise them. Can't you see how they use me for their dirty little social climbing? When I was born, they were penniless. We lived in a tenement. She cooked and washed and scrubbed the floor. She was a real person then, and... Oh, please, please, take me away.
If I ran away with you, the police would be after us before we'd gotten married. There's nothing to get worried about. I'm here, aren't I? Tomorrow comes when it comes. Say, I love you.
I love you.
Now say, I'm a little rich girl who's crazy about a footman.
I'm a little rich girl who... Make it all right. Oh, please, make it all right for me.
Ready? You know the way back to the hotel? It's a long walk.
I didn't know you were back.
I just remembered I was supposed to lock the front door at night. I'd forgotten.
I've been waiting up for you. Because, well, there's something I've got to tell you about last night.
There's nothing to tell.
Please. You see, I mean, it isn't. I'm not... I was afraid that after last night you might have thought...
Didn't I say everything was all right? We're friends.
Well, Countess, that should do it until the next first of the month.
Very well, Herr Schoenfeld.
I think, in summation, I may say, that the situation has not deteriorated. In fact, it is fractionally improved. There's no reason why you shouldn't continue to keep up this establishment and live as you have been living. Provided, of course, that common caution is exercised.
Common and caution, Herr Schoenfeld, are two words which never have been and I hope never will be applied to me.
Unhappily, times change, Countess. We must all try to learn to adapt.
Like rats and house sparrows? You don't find eagles adapting. Even in captivity, they just sit in their cages and glare. Good day, Herr Schoenfeld. I'm sure you are eager to scurry back to the city and adapt.
Countess.
Can those be wild strawberries?
I found them in the market. I thought you might like some now.
Oh, splendid. You are no fool, are you? You remember things.
I try to, ma'am. Will Herr Schoenfeld be staying for lunch?
He certainly will not. And it's just as well, since he'd scream with horror at the sight of these. If Herr Schoenfeld had his way, we'd all be living off boiled potatoes. And darning our own cotton stockings. Horrible plastic man. He probably sprung up like a mushroom in some ghastly suburb and gloats to see how the mighty are fallen. Let us hope for your sake, Conrad, that you have never seen better days. Grisly phantoms clanking around, moaning, nevermore, nevermore. Delicious. Is that all there is?
Oh, no, madam. Shall I bring some more?
No. On second thoughts, we'd better save them for lunch. Poverty, poverty, poverty. What an improbable end to it all. It's strange. Some days are far worse than others. Usually one plods along, gets up, goes to bed, gets up, goes to bed, finding it all quite endurable. Then suddenly, trick of sunlight, or sound. Just some silly little sound, like a bee in a hollyhock. And one is back. Back at the villa at Antibes. Or at Schönbrunn, at a garden party for the sad little king of Italy. Or worst of all, back galloping down the forest drives in Hungary with the hounds belling like mad, and perhaps a glimpse of the stag way off in the distance, bounding over a fallen beech tree. The villa, gone. The house in Paris, gone. The estates in Hungary and Bohemia, all of them rest homes now for the heroic factory workers of the People's Republic. Unending lawsuits, all of them doomed to fail. It killed my husband. The Herr Schoenfels killed him. And the communists killed him. And all the puffed up little busybodies, changing the order of things and starting all over again. So here I am, as anachronistic as a dinosaur. A descendant of Attila the Hun, wallowing in self-pity like the primeval ooze.
You're still in Ornstein, and there's still the castle.
You think that isn't the cruelest ghost of all? I was married from Castle Ornstein. 3,000 guests. The Duke of Gloucester, Prince Umberto, even poor old Mary of Romania with her orange hair and a palm of violets. I'll tell you something. Whenever I walk on that side of the house, I never let myself even glance at the castle.
Perhaps one day you'll open it again.
My poor Conrad. So you're just a little servant like the others after all, with your shoddy little servant's dream of one day the ship will come in.
All it needs is money.
And money grows on money trees. And when the moon is full, you throw an orange rind over your left shoulder.
There's the Pleshkas.
The Pleshkas?
From the city.
Oh, that terrible couple. There is also my poor Conrad. The entail.
Cook tells me you haven't given a party in years. But in the old days, everyone used to fight for invitations. All the local nobility, everybody. In the butcher's this morning, they were talking about the Pleshkas. They're very snobbish, apparently, and they have a daughter. She's young and quite attractive.
Conrad.
As they were talking, it passed through my mind that young Helmut's reaching an age when he should be looking around.
You're absolutely shameless, aren't you?
Sometimes an outsider sees things more clearly. It would be a gamble, of course. One party. Just one big party.
Shameless, outrageous, and utterly immoral. Is she really attractive?
So they say.
Fine-looking bunch of women.
Just like the old days.
There's always been a mother superior in No, it was a nephew who inherited darling
was so brave at the end.
Darling, everyone knew long before you went to the hospital.
But Puppy got it from Paula, and Paula got it from Gertrude, and so that's got to be true.
It was only a paper count, anyway.
Can you imagine? The daughter insisted on an apartment of her own in the city. And she's only 20.
Father never let us near the Bodenheims. We never even bowed on the street.
Such display, my dear. One hopes you are not overextending yourself.
Silly old bitch.
So naughty. Didn't you hear? Poor Putsy von Heinz, they had to marry an American.
I say it, and my father said it before me, and what was good enough for my father...
Nobody I know goes to Bad Gastein anymore.
How long it's been? Far, far too long.
You won't remember me. It's been years and years. Lisa von Nessenbach.
Darling, Hester, the others with us. We continue to bloom.
General Van Altenheim.
Hertha, my dear, for you the clock stands still. Good God, who are they?
Excuse me, General. Let me look at the daughter. Not bad at all. And those diamonds. If I was Helmut, I would leap on her like a goat. Frau Pleshka, Herr Fleschke, what a pleasure.
Countess, we are honored.
So charming of you to invite.
Let me introduce our little daughter, Annalise.
Delectable, quite delectable. This is mine. Helmut, here, darling. My little boy, who alas has suddenly become a man. Helmut, you must meet the Fleschkes.
Why, hello, young lady.
Helmut, darling, you must take the adorable Fräulein Fleschke down to the fountains this very minute and show her the dolphins. Everybody finds the dolphins most amusing. Oh, there's Princess Palomir. You know her, of course?
I don't believe it is met.
Then I shall introduce you this instant. A dear old soul. You'll find her most stimulating. Amelie, dear, these are the Fleschkes from the city. Be nice to them. Stephanie, darling.
Your Highness.
I believe we met a cousin of yours at St. Moritz. We were staying with the Gilberts, the American oil people, at Gstaad.
Young woman, I hate smoke in my face.
Can I get you a drink, madam? Something to eat?
Oh, it's you, driver. So you're working for the Countess now.
What a wonderful party.
I think it's so gallant of the poor Countess to struggle on against all odds. This is one of the family properties, I suppose.
Yes, madam. Perhaps you would like a little tour of the premises.
Why not? Who can resist snooping?
This, of course, is the dining room. The paintings, unhappily, had to be sold.
How sad. And to think, if only she could dispose of the castle, all her problems would be solved. I'll never forgive you for raising our hopes.
I'm sorry, madam. I didn't know about the entail.
To think of that gorgeous castle just standing there, rotting away.
It's particularly sad for young Helmut, madam. It was always his mother's dream that he should open it up again and live there with his wife.
He's married?
Oh, no, madam. Not yet. But I'm sure that very soon he'll come upon some suitable young lady. And now, let me take you back to the party. The Countess will be wanting to introduce you to her other guests.
The boy isn't married.